Hello and welcome to another Raggy's beer review from a depleted beer wall. It is a bit depleted. It's cold in here tonight. Temperature is 18 degrees. Says it's 18, but I don't feel it. Wow, it's chilly. So tonight, over to Bakewell in Derbyshire to Lord Marples. It's a classic bitter, 4% ABV. It's just gone back into bottle form. Lord Marples was the first ever Thornbridge beer, brewed in 2005 and named after Mr. Marples, an aspiring former owner of Thornbridge Hall. It pours an attractive mahogany, bringing forth flavours of honey and caramel with just a light bitterness in the finish to keep it balanced. So there we go. We'll get a pour. We'll see how it plays. So I'm sure I've had this on cask. At some stage. Son's 27th birthday today, so we've been out to Nando's and jolly good bite to eat. I'm not really a fan of Nando's, to be fair, but it was good tonight. Staff were top notch over at the over at IKEA in Giltbrook in Nottingham. Yeah. Top notch staff. Food was great. Yeah, decent. So, auburn looking colour. You call it auburn. Yeah, mahogany colour, isn't it? Auburn, whatever. Normal crap, raggy pour. Big malty. Caramel at the front, that's for sure. Yeah. So, there we go. Cheers all. Let's dive in. Oh. Yeah, certainly caramel at the front end. There's a touch of sweetness from the honey. In essence, a nice beer. Obviously, Thornbridge back in supermarkets, in bottles, which is it's been a while for them. It's funny how I can you look at breweries and a lot of even shop owners say the same thing. Stuff that comes in the bottle is predominantly trad. Stuff that comes in the can is predominantly craft. However, it's not always the case. It's like when you've got Jaipur in the can and Jaipur in the bottle. It's the same beer, just in two different things. It's a craft beer still, but it's in the bottle. It's a weird one, isn't it? It is. It throws. It's bonkers how it throws it all out. So today, been at the O'Donnell site today. Tons of water in, and obviously we go from what has been quite a long winter really into a quite a cold spring and a bit of a cold start to the summer as well, although this weekend it's going to be baking apparently. And all of a sudden the weeds have ignited at a pace of knots that we know when you do lots and lots of planting and you can't use weed killer in a spray, so you have to hand weed or use a hoe. um, but then I'm also waiting for stuff to grow that I planted, and that throws up another conundrum because I can't go in wading in because I'm going to snap stuff and kill stuff that I've grown for that reason. Uh, so yeah, and today I've been weeding and um, edging off lawns, digging the lawns in with a spade, getting making it look pristine. I can't do anything about the grass at the moment because we need rain, but the rest of it, getting the rest of it look tip top, ready for for the summer season, predominantly my wedding vows, and I'm not daft. Although Friday when I'm back at work, I might have to start putting stuff back into the wedding marquee because it's protected from the worst of the heat. So you'll get stuff in there and water it, and it will grow because of the heat that's coming. It will grow anyway, but it'll be protected from the bitterly, the real harsh heat that will just fry everything, and I'll end up losing lots of plants, and that I don't want to do. I put too much effort into growing stuff to lose it. But it's coming along, you know. I'm attacking areas now, going into the areas of the garden, that is. And it's like this battle. It's a battle that you have to nibble away at and keep nibbling away. And when you've won one area, move on to the next area and win that area. And if you can't win it all in one day, take out so much of it. Then another day, take out the rest. And when you do it properly, it doesn't come back anywhere near as bad as if you just, well, it's like mowing grass. You can say you mow a lawn in 20 minutes and you ran over it with a mower. You haven't cut it properly. It don't look that great. But but if you cut it, get it looking nice and smart, you edge off the lawns, make it look as good as possible. And then the next time you do it, it's that quality stays. To put it in a way that sounds normal, I suppose. So obviously the head's already receded, like my hair. It needs bloody cutting, then mine receding. Yeah, before next Friday. I'm trying to sort myself a t-shirt out as well. With a Raggy's beer reviews here in like a round thing, and I need a logo. Makes you under a W. I've got a picture, and I'm thinking of using the picture. Whether that might be the thing. Hard to know. Anyway, 18-year-old beer, still tasting very relevant. In essence, a good trad beer. And to say pretty much that same year, they brought Jaipur out. And Jaipur is still tasting bang on, even today. So, it's funny, isn't it? When we talk about craft beers and we look at the last 5 or 6 years, basically since I left Sainsbury's, about a year after I left, 2016 onwards, the modern craft beer market came into play, and it's certainly gone over the years. There's a hell of a lot of good breweries out there, some that have fallen by the wayside, but a hell of a lot of good ones. And it's interesting to see where it goes. But when Jaipur can still be considered a craft beer as well as a cask beer, so it's like a traditional IPA in some ways, but also a craft IPA in some ways. It's weird, isn't it? Where do you put it? Where do you put beers? What category do you put beers in? Because I've had Jaipur in can, I've had it in bottle, I've had it on cask. I dare say I've had it on keg and all. And it's bonkers, this thing of trad and craft. And there's not a lot of beers that can, I suppose there is out there is, but there's it is weird. When it comes to certain beers, what do you class as trad and what do you class as craft? It's just it's interesting, Obviously, the beer wall is finally starting to buckle under the losses that it has took. Top shelf's nearly empty now. Second shelf's getting there. And we are on what? June the 7th or something? 6th, 7th? I don't know. 7th. Yeah. There we go. 7:42, June the 7th. And somebody's beer review's coming on in a minute. So funny how you can, at least you can see where something is. So we as a collective, we're on about going over to Thornbridge on the day after my wedding vows. Possibly kipping in a tent. I'm not kipped in a tent ever, so that'll be interesting. Although when I'm pissed out my face, it won't bother me. As long as no one's snoring. Yeah, it'll be an interesting one. That's if it happens. It's hard to know. We plan things, and some things do happen, some things don't. Like my birthday coming up soon as well. So yeah, it's all happening in the world as it is. So yeah, nice, easy drinking bitter, caramel, honey. Definitely got those. Definitely easy drinking, crowd pleasing beer. Good 4.3 out of 5 for me. If you believe in scores, if you don't believe in scores, would you try it? Would I try it again? Yeah, I'd love it on cask. If I've not already drank it on cask. I've drank so many from Thornbridge, literally because a lot of the pubs I go into, they are big on Thornbridge. So it is one of those things where I've copped for quite a lot of Thornbridge beers. But yeah, pretty decent. Cheers.